How does it feel being back?
Amazing.
Yeah?
Couldn't wait to get back.
It's been a long time coming, huh?
Yeah, it has.
I think we've probably got a little bit of explaining to do as to why we disappeared from YouTube for
A few
months.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in this video we'll explain our hiatus, why we went, where we went, and a little bit about what we've been doing.
What we did.
Yeah.
We are back in Bali, Indonesia.
But a little bit of the lore about how we ended up in Bali the first time around. So about 4 years ago, we threw the towel in and we quit our 9-to-5 jobs. We were working in retail and we had been there for a really long time, but we thought, you know what, we want more adventure in our life.
For sure.
And so we quit. And we quit with no plan, no ticket, no nothing. And that was in early December. And in January, we brought plane tickets to Bali. Okay, so not long after landing in Bali, Ryan popped the question. We had just moved into our first rental property in Bali and we'd been here about 15 days. We went to a beautiful Italian restaurant for dinner, drank a ton of limoncello, not a ton, we drank a few shots of limoncello, became really good friends with the owner, and when we went home that night, Ryan, outside by the pool under the stars, got down on one knee. I'll try and find my beautiful illustration to show you guys what it looked like. From then on, it was straight into planning a destination wedding because we both knew in our heart of hearts that we wanted to get married in Bali. There was no real question that was what we wanted to do.
We did think about Thailand for a brief moment, but I think Bali is our second home now. We spent about a year here and then we went to Thailand after that, I think it was. We did a bit of travelling around Southeast Asia. After that we went back to New Zealand for a little bit to see family and friends, and we love you family and friends, but we couldn't wait to get away again. So now we're back in Bali, we're going to do more travelling. However, one of the main reasons we came back to Bali was to have our wedding. We had our wedding about a week ago now, and we thought we would tell you a little bit about that.
Throughout the whole planning process, we've been to so many different countries. So it has made planning a destination wedding from multiple different destinations a little complicated, but we enlisted the help of a really talented planner, and she kind of walked us through the whole process and made it really simple.
To make things extra easy, we created a website. On this website was the RSVPs, so when the person got the invitation, they could go onto the website and tick if they were going or not. But also on this website was just things to know about Bali and kind of like what our plan was when people were there. We wanted to show people, especially if they had never been to Bali, not only the tourist areas, but a little bit about everything.
Ryan worked tirelessly on this website, building it from the ground up. And one of the ways we wanted people to have access to the website was through a QR code. So we got a local company in Bali called Sama Printing. They did our save the dates and our invitations. We sent our invitations out probably a year and a half in advance, and on those invitations was the QR code to the website. And we got really positive feedback from people that checked out the website and had a look at it, and I'm really proud of you because you spent a lot of time on that.
I did. It was a lot of work, but yeah,
it was. But I think it made the whole experience a lot better,
for sure,
a lot easier, a lot less stressful. There was a whole FAQ page. It had FAQs about Bali and then it had FAQs about the wedding.
As we were just talking about, we were actually traveling for like a year and a half while planning this wedding in multiple different countries. I mean, we were in Malaysia, Thailand, New Zealand, Australia, every night just doing little bits of work on the planning for the wedding. However, we did go back to Bali a few times in between, specifically to talk with the wedding planner, pay for things along the way, but also to check out a few villas. We decided we wanted to get married at a nice villa, and that way we could house our bridal party there as well and kind of turn it into a bit of a party while we were there.
Finding a venue in Bali can be a little finicky. You've got sites like Airbnb, and then you've got the actual villa management sites, and we scoured and scoured and scoured until we had narrowed it down to a list of about 10 villas that fit our very specific requirements. The wedding villa that we got married in was a wild card because we didn't want to get married on the beach. We're not beach people. So we were looking for one that was more foresty, kind of jungle vibes. But then at the last minute, we found the villa that we got married in, and we thought, you know what, let's just go and check it out. And it ended up being everything we wanted. Without further ado, let's have a look at some of the wedding villas that we didn't pick, but they are still beautiful.
Okay, potential wedding villa number 1 is the Amita. So let's check it out.
So I loved Amita. The reason that we didn't go with it was because the pool ran down between the 2 patches of grass, and we didn't want to have everything kind of separated. So we didn't go with it, but man, this villa was stunning.
It was beautiful. I also noticed that the aircon wasn't great. It had this kind of open flow sort of aircon situation, which is fine if you're used to the climate, but for our guests that are only coming over for 10 days to 2 weeks, we wanted them to be comfortable. Villa Tertadari,
which is actually a smaller version of Amita. We didn't realize this when we went there, so we didn't go with it for the same reason.
Absolutely beautiful though. There were a lot of beds in this one.
Yeah.
I remember walking into every room being like, what?
It definitely had the second coolest bathrooms.
Yeah.
And plenty of space, but just the swimming pool down the center, again, as you can see there, it broke things up a little bit too much for us, so we didn't go with Tertadari. I can't actually remember the name of this villa, but it was stunning. It had a view of the ocean, which was really nice, but I can't really remember why we didn't go with this one actually.
I think this one was in Uluwatu, like very down south, and I think it was a location thing. I don't think there was much more to do around this area, if I remember correctly.
No, you're right, and we wanted to make sure that the people that were kind of only coming for a very short amount of time, that there was easy access to like touristy things in the area. And for that, if it's your first time in Bali, I hate to say it, but you really do kind of want to be at least north of the airport, because you'll have better access to a lot of the touristy things. So that's probably why we didn't go with that villa, but it was stunning.
Yeah, we wanted to create this whole experience of our wedding. I mean, yeah, we had the wedding night, but we really thought about it as like a 2-week thing. Like we wanted, of course people were coming over for us, but we wanted to show them how beautiful Bali is and why we chose to stay here for such a long time.
Yeah.
So we thought about all this kind of stuff.
A lot went into it.
Yeah.
Pure villa. This villa was stunning, but I wasn't a fan of the tiered lawn. I figure people are probably going to trip up or fall down that, so wasn't a huge fan. Big TVs though.
Oh, that's right, with the motorbike in the living room and the bathroom.
Bathrooms.
Yeah.
It definitely wins the award for the coolest bathrooms for sure. But that tiered lawn, as stunningly beautiful as it is, it almost looks like rice terraces. I could just see someone having a little bit too much to drink and tripping on their dress on the way up or falling down.
And we sort of already knew the vibe of what we wanted, even kind of down to what the tables and the chairs and the flowers would look like, and it just didn't really work. We're going to talk about catering. We ended up going with Bali Miracle for catering, which turned out to be amazing. People at the wedding are still talking about it, a week and a half later, about how good that food was. and it was incredible. The cool thing was, about a year and a half ago, we got to go to their kitchen and try pretty much everything on their menu, and we went through with a checklist of what we wanted for our special day.
Yeah, and we didn't change a single thing on the menu that we chose, other than we switched out the mango sticky rice for the grilled banana with toffee sauce, and that was the best decision ever, because the grilled banana, we'll show you a photo, came out in like a little frying pan with a squeezy thing, like a heart squeezy pipette of the toffee sauce. It was so cute. It was perfect. And so we did the tasting, locked them in on the spot, and then it was on to a gelato tasting.
So we decided to have gelato for our cocktail hour, which again, people seem to love. We wanted something kind of refreshing because it was obviously in Bali. It's quite hot here sometimes.
Yeah.
But we wanted something interesting as well, so we decided to do that.
We did the gelato tasting, but it just didn't quite sit right with us. So we ended up using our caterer as the gelato provider as well.
Yeah.
Patricia from Your Event Needs and Debbie and the caterers and the decorators are honestly magicians, because how they turned our ceremony area, which looked like this, into our reception area, which looked like this, in half an hour is just actually mind-blowing.
They are magicians.
So next on the list that we needed to tick off was cake. We did a cake tasting. We did it in a hotel. I think you pay like $20 or something, and they'll deliver you different cake options and different frosting options, and we unfortunately found it a little bit lackluster.
Wasn't it great? I don't know why.
Nah, we're not cake people.
No.
We're certainly not cake experts, but it just didn't hit the spot, you know? So in a moment of actual insanity, I decided, with no cake making experience, to make our wedding cake. And then over the next kind of year, I think I made about 6 practice cake.
I got to eat them all.
Yeah.
Which I'm happy about. The cake on the day was absolutely fantastic.
I have to give the world's biggest shout out to Emily. Emily is one of my childhood friends. We've been friends literally our whole lives, and she helped me from 2 p.m. to like 11 p.m. make this cake. We decided very last minute to make Swiss meringue buttercream after having never made it before, because it's a little more stable in heat, but it turned out great.
Yeah, it was very good.
We're not cake people, but we wanted the cake cutting photos, and so it's not like it was anything.
Everyone raved about the cake as well.
Yeah, but it's not like it was anything spectacular. It was Ryan chose red velvet.
I got to choose the flavour.
Yeah, nice.
You got to make it.
You couldn't have chosen a simpler flavour. Anyway, but yeah, no, it was really good. And now I have really cool memories of making the wedding cake.
We ordered beer through our catering company, but we actually brought wine and spirits from New Zealand. We got a very good deal over there. Shout out to all our family and friends that helped bring that over, because you can only bring 1 litre into Indonesia per person. A lot of the spirits that we wanted at our wedding, and particular wine, you can't actually buy here. Everything
was super chill. This whole planning process, I loved it. I'm very type A. I had spreadsheets on spreadsheets on spreadsheets, and it was very calm until 1 week before the wedding, when the bulk of people arrived. It's really hard because you really only get this one time in your life with all of your favorite people, and it's literally a dream come true. Like, these people wanting to hang out with us and spend time with us is everything we wanted, but it does feel overwhelming when you're also still like finessing the finer details of your wedding.
But I think we made a very good effort to hang out with we wanted to hang out with everyone individually at least once or twice, and we did.
We did. Sometimes it was 2 o'clock in the morning on the beach having some beers. Other times it was going on tours and going out for dinners. We did do a notable dinner at a restaurant. I really wanted to gatekeep this, but...
You can't, it's too amazing. You got to tell the people.
There's a restaurant called Shishi, and it's basically $299,000 plus tax, and all you can eat off of a menu. And we've been there more times than I can count at this point, and it is phenomenal. The food here is incredible. This video is not about Shishi. I really need to rein it in. We went out for dinner with the biggest group of our family that we could, and it was a really, really spectacular night. So the week before the wedding was chaos, but like beautiful chaos.
Yeah, but we made it work for the most part, you know?
We did, and then 2 nights before the wedding we actually did a gift for our parents. So we, instead of getting them gifts on the day, we took them to Bali beach glamping. We paid for them to go to Bali beach glamping, which was so much fun.
A lot of people enjoyed that as well.
Yeah, it was great. It was just a nice moment to kind of like reconnect before we parted ways for the wedding.
True.
So,
and a good opportunity to spend some quality time with our close family. After Bali beach glamping, we booked a big van to take everyone from there to the Wyndham Hotel on the east side of Bali. The Wyndham was very close to the villa that we were getting married at. We actually went to the Wyndham a couple of years ago just to test it out. We stayed a couple of nights there, and it was okay. So this was another thing that we actually had on the website. Like, we recommended everyone booking 2 nights at the Wyndham to make the travel easier to the wedding location, which turned out to only be a few minutes up the road.
wedding day. Something we did that is maybe controversial, maybe not, is we stayed together the night before the wedding. Ryan is my favourite person in the whole wide world.
Thank you. I would like to hope so.
Yeah. And we both would have felt really anxious if we woke up on the morning of the biggest day of our lives not with each other. So it was really chill. We woke up together. Hair and makeup weren't arriving until 11:30. We had a 4:30 p.m. ceremony, and I only had 2 bridesmaids, so they didn't arrive till then. So we just spent the morning eating breakfast, listening to music, chilling, watching, because the staff had already arrived, watching the staff set up. Like, it was so calm. And even once hair and makeup started, it was still so calm. Like, I don't know, I just felt really...
And that's where it should be, right?
Yeah, it just felt really natural.
Yeah.
I did have to send Ryan on an errand. We had written letters to our parents to be delivered the morning of, and I feel like you were maybe like just itching to do something. It's a lot more calm for the guys. Like, the guys don't really have anything to do. They're not getting their hair and makeup done.
Yeah.
So Raya went on a little excursion the morning of the wedding to the Wyndham and hand delivered all of the letters to our parents on the wedding day, which I think was quite cool, actually.
Yeah, I think it's a nice little gesture, and it was just a bit of fun, really. Something to add to the experience, you know. There was something else we did which is a little controversial, is we did a first look, which I'm very glad we did.
So glad.
We're very relaxed people, I think, and we just wanted it to be a chill day with no discomfort. And
it was one of the best decisions that we made, and it was really easy walking down the aisle towards people that you were like laughing with only 5 minutes ago.
For sure.
Like, it makes it seem like less of this like super nerve-wracking event when you're just walking down.
I also think it made the photos better.
I agree.
Because again, we were getting married outside. It was very hot. And having that first look and getting all the bridal photos out of the way first.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just made that whole experience a lot better.
I agree. It was one of the best decisions we could have made.
I think the wedding went pretty flawlessly. we didn't drink too much. I purposely didn't drink too much. Not that we're big drinkers anyway, but we were actually heading to Ubud the next day with all our family and friends. That was like part of this whole 2-week thing that we had kind of semi-planned. At the end of the night, everyone left around 10:30, 11, and we were just chilling with our bridal party in this epic villa. We actually went out by the pool for a few hours, listened to music, and then had an amazing sleep.
I think for us, the wedding was less about a party, more about spending quality time with the people that we love. We're not partiers, we're not ragers. And the wedding reflected that. There was no, I mean, people were definitely dancing. But it wasn't like a rager that went until 2 a.m. People were gone by, as you said, like 10:30, 11, and then it was just nice because we had just pulled off the biggest event of our lives and we just got to hang out with our bridal party and relax. Here's a lovely photo of me floating in the pool by myself. I'm not by myself, but I look like I am. Just staring up at the sky in absolute awe of what we had just pulled off. It was the perfect way to end the day. We all got a really good night's sleep, as you said, because we went to bed. We went to bed at like 12:30, 1 a.m. But it was just so us. So it was really good, and then moved on to Uber. That was our wedding here because we're still here in Bali, Indonesia. There is going to be another video related to the wedding, but it is going to be more of a cost breakdown, a little bit of a further delve into the vendors that we chose, how far out we chose them. That video is more for people that are actually trying to plan a wedding in Bali, and we will just be dumping a whole lot of information out to hopefully make the planning process easier. But if you're nosy, like I am, make sure that you do like and subscribe so that you can see that video and find out exactly how much it cost us to get married in Bali.
Actually, I just want to interject for a second. If you have any questions about Bali, getting married in Bali, anything about this video, let's make the next video not only a cost breakdown, but a Q&A. Either message us on Instagram or put them in the comments of this video.
Until the next video, peace.
Peace.